So, let's put some background music here. Hold on. Alright, awesome. So, I'm gonna be trying to do a little Webtoon series, right? I'm trying to see if I can get one started weekly. I'm gonna see if I could, kind of sketch out an idea or something. Hold on. There we go. Alrighty. This is my first, stream, so it's gonna be a little bit different, a little weird. I was originally gonna do a very kind of like dramatic sound, kind of comic or something for Webtoon. However, I realized it's not really necessary. Hold on, let's go here to the. Let me just show you guys what it was. Here it is. So it's originally going to be like a very dramatic kind of modern interpretation of, Adam and Eve and all that stuff. Right, the garden. I like religious stories, but I don't like, hitting people over the head with religion. I just kind of like, the beauty of the original narratives and stuff. Right, so this is good, but it's too time consuming. Right, I'm still going to finish it and upload it, but I wanted to make something a little bit more lighthearted, right? And I was like, might as well make some sort of cartoon, Hold on, this is. There we go. Just start from scratch. Cool. Let's see here. Oh, let me just do this too. Yeah. Alright. The idea is a little quirky cartoon character that I came up with when I was younger. It's kind of like a dodo bird, right? He's kind of like, if you guys have ever seen the comic book series Bone, or what is it, Pogo, or even like the Scrooge McDuck and DuckTales kind of stuff. That's probably more recognizable, right? More memorable. Alright, so it's this character, right, called Danny the Dodo, and he's just literally just a funky looking bird. I haven't drawn him in years, so bear with me. And yes, it's a bird with teeth. It is what it is. He's gonna kind of travel back in time to the point where all of his ancestors, were extinct, and he hates that. Hold on. Ad blocker's not working anymore, so I gotta mute it whenever there's ads. He's kind of like some Mickey Mouse kind of guy. Right, it's more like Donald, really, or Daffy. I wanted to be an unlucky character. Right, he's always having to go through all the worst of experiences just to survive. Right, everything's out to get him. Everything's out to eat him. So he he has to, try to make do with what he's got. There we go. It's just a quick warm up before I start, kind of like the entire thumbnail process. Also, I thought it would be interesting to have just different kinds of content, not just like my YouTube video series, but also like, the not only like the YouTube video series, but some live streams as well. Maybe it might be able to garner some views from it, you know. Ultimately, the point is to, you know, just make art, stuff that people enjoy, meaningful, you know. That's really the goal to me. For me is to really just be able to make something that people resonate with and something that's worthwhile. Even though he's a little bird cartoon, he has shoes. You know, all the great cartoon characters for some reason have weird shoes. Even though all the ducks and stuff don't for some reason. They don't wear pants. My guy does wear pants. He wears like some little Converse. Some little high tops. But yeah. Again, this is the kind of stuff I just want to be able to do it on a weekly basis, so I'm not like super stressed. Right, I want to just experiment with the weekly stuff. I have like 2 friends called Daniel. I never call anyone Danny, but whoever is watching. I know the buddy who helped me out with stream, his name's Danny. It might be a little weird to see a character with a similar name, but whatever. You know what, just because of that, I'm gonna change the name. Let's see. Doper Dodo. Yeah. I like that. Or, Dustin. Forgot what the... Dustin the Dodo. Dober Dodo, yeah. Most characters aren't the. They're always like, you know, Mickey Mouse, not Mickey the Mouse. Felix is the only Felix the cat, I think. So I think... Oh wait, I got a better name. Dodo Doug. Dodo Doug. That's goofy, I like that one. I don't know any Dougs, so that's perfect. He doesn't really look like a Doug though. Looks like a... Kinda looks like a Dustin, to be honest. Either way, just kind of reacquainting myself with how to draw him, basically. There's a lot of curves on his face. It's a very specific way to draw him. His beak doesn't really make any sense, but it's, you know, a cartoon. Doesn't really have to. Whatever, I'll come up with a title later. I know I'd rather make the actual story. For me, I think branding should always come after, not during, half the time. Yeah, I like this guy. He seems likable enough, right? He seems agreeable. Yeah, I like this dude. You see, so I just kind of want something that's quick, nothing too like extreme. I might even not sketch it out. I might just draw it straight away and then just tweak the illustration. I think his face is too specific. I'm kind of used to drawing more animals and cartoons because that's kind of what I was trained on, realistically. You know, I was always not trained on, right, but like it's what I practiced on the most. Yeah. Let's see here. I mean, I always loved watching like the old school kind of like, you know, the old school Chip and Dale cartoons with Donald Duck. Right, they were always bothering him and stealing his stuff. It was kind of funny. Probably one of my favorite ones was like some like dollhouse or something they were in. Donald kept Donald kept you know, having to change the temperature on them, and he had to, hey, go outside, go close the windows or whatever. You know what? Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can find it. We just have it playing in the background. Could be kind of interesting. It was one with like a... Yeah, this one. Hold on. Oh man, this is nostalgic right here. Hold on, look at this. It's movie time, boys. Hold on. That old school music, crazy. Imagine being the dude who voice acted this duck. That's crazy. You're gonna have to literally drink Vaseline after the raspiest voice in the world. I think it's always interesting when people like play with scale in their cartoons. It's just so imaginative. Like, look at this. He's literally making a whole world. And these two rascals always bothering him. I want to see if I could do something similar to this. Yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Who? This is the real ones. This is the classic ones right here. Let's see where that scene is with the temperature changing. Look at this. They're having a whole meal in this little dollhouse. It's amazing. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's cold outside. Oh, go. It's hot. Get ready. And Donald's out here blasting the sunlight on him. Anyhow, that's just a quick little throwback there. I had to show you guys the inspiration, right? I remember seeing that when I was a kid. My grandfather would like pirate the old cartoons and stuff, right? You know, third world country families don't really respect you know, TV laws or any of that, especially because it was the early 2000s. No one really cared, right? It's not like he was selling it to anyone, so it was just kind of like you know, it was fun to grow up on those old kind of cartoons, especially like with the old Popeye and man, what's it called? Like the old school kind of Superman and stuff. I loved all that animation stuff. I originally wanted to be an animator, but I realized it's way more time consuming than a comic book, right? Because I just have to draw the same dude 100 times instead of like 1,000 times, right? And I get to tell more stories through comics rather than the limited time that it, you know, of like what a 5 minute short or something that might not get as many views or something, you know. So it's kind of tricky to want to do animation. I still know how to do it. I still love it with a passion, and that's really where most of my comic books are, you know, rooted in animation, right? Kind of like the whole point of it is really that, but ultimately it's just not the same, you know. Hold on, there we go. It's not the same as a comic, right? It's not the same as you get to develop the entire story, the entire world, right? Obviously, the pacing might be different than an animated thing. It's maybe not as perfect as you might have wanted it to be, but it's definitely you know, you get the idea on paper much quicker than to animate it, right? You don't have to deal with voice actors or any of that stuff. I am planning on like actually developing a little short animated version of my comics, but currently that's not in the plan or in the budget, frankly. But it would be nice to really get that stuff going. Let's see here. You see the guy's coming alive. You can kind of understand. I don't know whether or not to connect this line here and have this like kind of. I don't know. I feel like that kind of bothers me, but it makes sense, I guess. It's either that or nothing, right? He's a cartoon character. It doesn't matter. I think it reads either way. That's good. Honestly, I have huge respect for all like the modern Looney Tune cartoonists and all that. I follow a couple of them on Instagram, and it's just brilliant to see how they work. I remember one of them was literally selling, or he was gonna throw them away, and everyone was like, "Dude, what are you doing? Go sell them! Like, I'll literally buy those sketches right now." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I guess." And little did he know, he developed a whole little, YouTube following of people just buying his stuff he wants to clear out of his desk, which is, I mean, that's fascinating. That people respect, art that much, just normal cartoon sketches. We don't realize, like, oh, it's literally abstraction in its purest form. It's in its like most hyper stylized form is cartooning. So as soon as I was, a fan of all that stuff, I literally fell in love with it immediately. As soon as I even learned about that whole world of cartooning, I was like, oh man, I have to make my own, right? Because I was always drawing stuff as a kid, but it's different to be able to actually do it, It's probably a whole lot better than to not. Obviously, it'd be ideal to have an entire team, right? But that's not currently realistic. Yeah, but I think I'm happy with what I've been managing to do so far. I've managed to self-publish a book, which is honestly in my wildest dreams I would have never, imagined being able to have actually done it. Especially because the story I self-published was such a integral part of like my childhood. Like it was literally me drawing my friends and us, going on adventures and some fantasy other worlds and stuff. So it was kind of interesting to kind of let that happen and let it grow into what it's become. Like I made myself proud as soon as I managed to do it so quickly. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn or whatever, right? I hate that phrase, but it's the only one I know. I don't want to be too egotistical, right? But I definitely, you kind of have to be proud of what you've done, right? You have to respect yourself and your own, your own successes, your own achievements, small or big. You have to be your number one fan because no one else is gonna do that for you, right? Honestly, I was surprised. A lot of the friends I kind of technically made the book for didn't even reach out. And then the one friend who actually supported me the most was probably the one I least expected to support me, frankly. Right? There was like always, every friend group always has. Sometimes they're falling out or whatever. Sometimes we need to like grow up and move on and stuff. So it's definitely not the friend I expected to have reacquainted myself with, which is kind of interesting. I think it's worth it though to learn that sometimes the people you thought were on your corner aren't always there, and the people who you least expect, who you think are your enemies, are actually the ones who care about you the most. It's a weird idea, right? But life finds a way to humble you, that's for sure. But yeah, I originally wanted to literally do storytelling like through storyboards and stuff, and I realized this is just comic books. Like I didn't even want to go all the way and actually animate something because it's just so time consuming. It would take literally days for like what, 3 seconds. I was like, that's not really worth it, man. So I think, it's just about what you think is worth your own time. And if you think something else is gonna be better than what you've done, like, oh, I'll try it. Don't be scared of trying new things. That's definitely one of the greatest things I've managed to learn. Because for the longest time, I was just going through the motions. I felt like, right? I had art school, I had this and that. It's just like there's a lot, and I didn't really want to put up with a lot of it, right? And a lot of people didn't really push themselves. They were just kind of doing whatever, right? Art school at some point became like a bunch of yes men, and I wanted to grow. I wanted to actually learn, and I actually wanted to get involved and become a better artist, you know. Sometimes you need to literally separate yourself from the common people. Just I don't mean to sound like a weird, you know, oh, the common rabble. No, nothing like that. But the, you know, the everyday people, right? The dreamers who don't actually, the underachieving people who don't actually put the work in, right? You kind of have to separate yourself from that. If not, you'll become like everyone else. And that's not the goal, especially if you're trying to, you know, leave behind a legacy or something. Because frankly, this is, you know, this is all I have. Realistically, it's the only thing I want to have, right? For my kids, for my future family. You know, I know I'm too young right now, currently, to have any kids, right? But even then, it's just thinking ahead is good, right? To plan for the future. There's people, I have friends who are like you know, 3 times my age, and still they're eating, you know, garbage, playing video games, and just wasting time. Like, I'm gonna at least try to use the time that I have and the talent that I've been given to at least try to make something for myself, right? You have to, frankly, you have to use what you've got, because no one's gonna do it for you, man. That's the hardest thing you gotta learn, is just keep on going. Frankly, I would have loved to find a YouTube channel that, or literally anything, that was just as imaginative or whatever as mine is. Because no one's just captured their entire, oh, here's the book, start to finish, right? No one's done that. And they've never been, like, super brutally honest. If they have done it, I've never found it, right? So it's a shame, but I think I'm kind of happy that I went down in this direction, right? I think everything happens for a reason, right? For those who don't know, my art school ended up closing down, and some of them relocated to another one, but I realized it's not the same, and it's just a waste of time, you know, realistically. So I ended up just going to a different university to finish my degree. But yeah, I like kind of interweaving a little bit of those stories of real life within my books. That's why in my first comic, right, in Junket, I wanted to have that feeling of just leaving the mundane, the norm, right? I might actually go back and add a couple things to it, or maybe not add more to it because it's already been published. But I mean, like, I'll make like a issue 0, right, where it's just like extra bonus material for the first issue, basically. Hold on, I hate this ad. Oh, you know what? I actually have a different playlist I could use, actually. Um, yeah. Oh, perfect. Hold on, let me just check something. Just 1 second, hold on. Alright, perfect. There we go. Anyhow, this is Danny the Dodo right here. I made this character when I was like 12. Younger than that, I think, maybe. Maybe like 15 or 11, 10. I don't know, but I know I made him when I was like still in middle school, or maybe oh, it was probably like ninth grade in high school. Damn, it's a throwback to me. I remember in high school I thought everything was gonna be amazing. Once I was grown up and once I graduated high school, I was like, oh man, finally I get to go live my life. Little did I know, it was only gonna get harder. Little did I know, it was all just gonna be kind of a little bit more of the same, right? If anything, it's kind of weird. Even though I had a bunch of like social anxiety and all that when I was growing up, I feel like high school was kind of easier than college was in terms of making friends. Like everyone was weird in high school. Don't get me wrong, but damn, was it easier to meet people. Now in college, it's all like isolated. You just kind of have to. Everyone just either they're in the class or whatever, and then they just leave afterwards, or it's very weird. It's very strange. Everyone's in their own little world, you know. Whereas in high school, we were all kind of forced to be in the same world. It's kind of strange. Anyhow, um, let's do a little bit of typography now. We're gonna draw the title. I remember I did something. It looked kind of like the shape of his head. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on, it's a little too wiggly down here. There we go. Something like this, yeah. Notice I'm doing this freehand too, right? A lot of people waste their time with, a whole bunch of other extra stuff. You don't need all that extra stuff, man. I always liked drawing letters like this because it's just so fun. Like I remember I wanted to low-key become a like a spray paint artist, like an actual graffiti illustrator, but I realized I didn't really have that. I wasn't that rebellious, I wasn't that into the scene of the skate, punk people. I don't really know. It was just strange for me to like pretend to be something I wasn't. So I just stick to what I know best. Honestly, I'm just experimenting with the letters. I might change this, but I think it works. Let's see here. Kind of looks like a skull instead of it being his head. It's kind of weird, but whatever. It's kind of cool either way. Again, this is just I want to just be able to mass produce this stuff. Really just crank it out. See if I can gain a following from it. If not, I'm experimenting with a whole bunch of different stories. It'll just be one of the many, right? That's kind of the goal. There we go. I've seen like way simpler stuff on Webtoons. I'm not really sure what the requirements are realistically, but I don't think it's that complicated, you know. I saw that, what is it, Lower Olympus? It's like literally just Greek gods or whatever, but not really, you know. It's not like super accurate to the mythology of Greek gods, but it kind of, you know, has the names, whatever, follows it very loosely, and it was just about a guy and a girl in love. The girl's pink, the guy's blue, or whatever, and yeah, that was it. It was like, oh damn. And then suddenly that book's everywhere in Barnes and Nobles and Walmarts and Targets, and I'm like, whoa, wasn't this like some, you know, some little online web comic or something that was released for free? Now they're releasing like a $30 book or whatever, how much it costs. You know what I mean? It's kind of fascinating because I don't know, I didn't expect something like that, you know, because it's not like super high quality or professional, right? It's like it's good enough, you know. That's literally what it is. It's good enough, and it just gained a massive following because they released weekly. So I'm like, well, damn, if that's the case, if it's that easy, realistically, that's not too complicated. It's just about being consistent, right? I'm like, I could probably try doing that a little bit every now and then, right? Just a bit of a weekly comic. That sounds about right. A comic strip. I remember old school actual comic illustrators would have to do weekly strips for like the newspaper. The newspaper used to be what Webtoons is now, right? What TikTok and all that kind of stuff is now. It's kind of, you know, underappreciated maybe to realize like, oh, this is what they've been doing for the longest time. Let me just sign it real quick and we'll move on. A little smaller here. I remember the great Todd McFarlane, right? The Todd Father, as he calls himself. He said to always sign your name that it's legible, so that no one can steal it. I think that's pretty accurate, to be honest. Right? You don't want anyone to be able to steal your stuff. Because if it's just like, for example, my signature was just this, like, bro, how many other people have this signature, right? I'm pretty sure the presidents or like Trump's or something was literally just this or something. Literally like a heart monitor. That's crazy. So let's see. I might do it limited colors instead of it being full color because it's very time consuming to do full color. But I might, you know, simple stuff. We'll see. It's not really too complex to color this in. Just want to add the little shadows. Alright, I think this is good enough. A little shadow on the ground. I want to give this guy like a very SpongeBob inspired like neighborhood where his neighbors are like also iconic and the houses are weird and funky. And I was thinking like this guy should live on some sort of, not a pineapple, right, but like some sort of, I don't know, like a palm tree or something. Right, he's like a tropical bird now, so might as well have it be slightly accurate. Definitely want him to go and time travel, that's for sure. And it's gonna be a, you know, it's a goofy kind of story. It's nothing too serious. I'm not sure whether or not this character should work as like a librarian or something, or maybe work at a museum. Not sure what he should do. But that's the level of like, you know, character that I want to create, kind of like world. Yeah, let's just color this in real quick. I always pictured him as a bit of like a colorful gray kind of color. I don't know if we actually know what dodo birds look like. That might be very inaccurate. Right? It's just like the dinosaurs. We don't really know what their skin or anything looked like. We could be really wrong. We could be making them look like some weird deformed thing. Because think about it, right? If we were to base a human, if we had no knowledge of what it looked like, if we were just to base it off of the x-rays or the bones, we'd probably make them look like some strange ghoul, right? Like from Fallout. Like missing noses and stuff, right? Even though, yeah, we do have lizards and reptiles or whatever. I don't know. Maybe the dodo bird was super colorful, right? Maybe all of the dinosaurs and stuff were like super. They had like noses and things, like cartilage and ears, right? Maybe not, obviously, but could be interesting to think about in terms of like if you're a designer, if you're a character designer, you could just add on to it. I think we only recently discovered that dinosaurs had like plumes and feathers, right? And those feathers were probably very colorful. Or it could just be like a chicken or like a rooster or something. I think it's important to... Oh. My screen's lagging. There we go. I think it's important to be able to, think about it in terms of like a designer. Oh, you see, I forgot to match something out here. Hold on. I knew I forgot something. There we go. I don't know how I forgot that, but I did. Here to outline his beak, so it's not part of his face. This kind of character design reminds me of one of my earliest kind of commissions, technically. I was in my elementary school and they were asking for artists to draw or illustrate their little t-shirts or something for field day. And our mascot was an eagle, right? So I basically just drew this. And then they were like, oh, this is perfect. And then they added little things on Photoshop, right? A little track behind him and stuff. So it was kind of fun to be able to draw the school mascot like that. And then everyone was wearing a shirt of the thing I drew. That was pretty cool as a kid, to be honest. Especially it was like, whoa, I was kind of the only artist really in the school, so it was a little bit easy, right? There was not really much competition, but still, it was interesting to know that, to understand like, oh damn, everyone just automatically knew who to choose because not that I was super popular, but everyone knew that I drew. Because I was always drawing. Literally, no matter where I was, what I did, I always had my little sketch pad or whatever. Let's see, what's a good color? I love this color right here. I think this character seems pretty likable. Seems pretty iconic looking. Ooh, I could turn this into like a horror comic, right? I feel like people are really into like the Cuphead and Bendy and all that, right? All of like the FNAF people. I feel like they might appreciate it. Yeah, I think I like that orange. Let's see. I don't know why I'm thinking neon green. For some reason, I really want some sort of neon green on this character. It might not look nice though. Might look kind of weird actually. Something's off about these colors. Hold on. Yeah, this is too orange. Oh, there we go. Perfect. You guys may not see a difference, but I see it. Very subtle. Very, very subtle. I kind of like my color palettes being a little bit more to like a tinge of magenta and everything, right? Like even this gray is kind of pinkish or kind of purplish, right? It's never an exact color. I understand birds don't have teeth, but I don't care. It's a cartoon character, right? Don't get angry at me. What eye color should he have? That's a good question. He seems like the type of guy to have... Let's try the green I was thinking about. That kind of works. I think that kind of looks nice. Either that or like yellow. That works way better. Yeah. Honestly, I just kind of want to make something that is fun to draw, right? Even though I'm gonna have to be drawing this guy 1,000 times, it's gonna be quick. You know, it's gonna be much simpler, much quicker than this. This is basically a this is basically an entire splash page, right? This is like almost poster size, right? So it's obviously gonna take a little longer than I would like, but it is what it is. I don't know why I always drew my characters in Converse. I think it was because in Sin City there was just the one character that just had the bright red shoes and everything else was black and white. That just looked awesome to me. I don't know why, that always stuck in my head. Hold on, let me... Does this dude have pink socks? I think he has them. Now let's just turn that white. Hold on. Just so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Been working a lot on just different ideas, so I don't just have only one book to my name, you know. That's why I want to just branch out and start all of the ideas I've been had as a kid. Just want to get them onto the page somehow. I get to develop them further, and also, you know, I get to hone my craft, because I think making a weekly comic is not only difficult realistically, but I'm definitely gonna push myself, you know. I think that's good. Alright, let's do a little bit of simple shading now. Hold on. But yeah, I don't want to just limit my stuff to only being just, you know, I don't want it to be super boring to people, right? I want it to be enjoyable for them. I wanted to have variety in terms of my work, right? Not just limited to the one thing I made, you know? I think that's kind of boring as an artist to only have one thing. Or to just use the same vibe and aesthetic 1,000 times. I know I sound a little bit like a hypocrite because I have a specific art style, but frankly, I've been experimenting since forever. Like, this is just so happens to be my favorite style of drawing, right? But it's not the only one I have, right? For people who have seen my stuff on Instagram, might as well let me pull it up. I'm not limited to only having this kind of goofy, cartoony kind of Mickey Mouse art style. I look at him, that handsome devil right there. I have this kind of art style, right? Basically the bubble boy aesthetic. But I also have, which I mastered. I think that is my art style. I think no one else, has that. But I did also basically invent this like modern cubist. Oh, hold on. Modern cubism, right? Digital cubism, right? Like this is different, right? This is almost a different, completely different art style. I paint in strange psychedelic ways too. It's not always the same. And I made an entire series and a whole comic book in this art style of like the kind of here we go. These kinds of aesthetics. Like this is probably one of my favorite ones, and people really resonated with this one. Right, I called it the City Girl, because it's based off of that. And this, I mean, this is crazy, right? This is Born to Die, right? And you can see it's like the old school kind of like advertising for cigarettes in the 50s and the cubism, but modernized. And obviously, I have halftones in there because my love of comic books, and I made an entire comic in this kind of style, right? It's very experimentative, right? But I think I managed to make it work. It's supposed to be like the Jetsons meet, um, Goodfellas, It's like a crime kind of story. But I also have a kind of like a charcoal aesthetic with my first comic. It was kind of like a even more different vibe. Thought I had a post about it. Here it is. You see, it's like a different kind of like scratchy pencil look. The whole comic was written as a poem, right? These kind of like biblical scenes and depictions, right? These strange psychedelic kind of ideas. So I think these are stuff I'm gonna have in my Patreon, just uploaded separately, and be like exclusive to people who like my stuff. But for the time being, it's just something that only I have, right? It's kind of interesting to know that. Let me shade some of this. Hold up. Yeah, I think that works. This is just a little simple live stream. I'm not trying to go too crazy. I just kind of want to show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of how it actually is without hyper editing and hyper fixating on how the video is and the music and it's just kind of whatever. Now we need to shade this. But I think it's good for artists to experiment with different art styles. It's really just a matter of having fun, right? Because at the end of the day, like no one really cares, bro. Like as long as you're making something that you really like, and that's it. No one else is gonna make it for you. Make it the way you want it to be, right? It's not gonna exist unless you make it happen. And I think that's a really important lesson to kind of embody is like, just be fearless in whatever it is you do. Just do it, man. Who the hell cares? That's why I love just illustrating worlds and characters and ideas, and I just want to get everything on the page. I'm always so excited to work because it's just so liberating to be able to make such weird ideas come to life, Like, what even is this? Like, think about this. I'm drawing this strange, abstract cartoon version of a bird that's extinct, right? And we're all just kind of here playing around, and we're just here in the world just kind of doing our own stuff, doing our own thing. And frankly, we have no reason to be doing any of this stuff. We could be doing absolutely anything. We could be absolutely anywhere, and yet we're artists and we're here and we're drawing and we feel like we have to. We feel this urge and this necessity to, right? I think it's important to follow that urge and to always follow through with what passions you feel in terms of creating, right? Because maybe that inspiration isn't going to last forever, right? There's always the idea of, man, there's always the idea of, I think it was Rick Rubin who said, if you don't follow through with the idea, if you take too long to make it happen, someone else is going to have the same idea. It's as if like fate or God or whoever you want to believe in, right? It chooses you to have this exact idea, this perfect, eureka moment basically. But if you take too long, if you be like, oh, it's fine, no one else will think about this. Suddenly you see the same thing you were thinking about 2 years ago out and about in the wild and success, bringing in money, and you're like, damn, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I do that when I had it in, it was mine. It's because art doesn't wait for anyone, bro. It's just, you gotta make it happen while you have it in your, in your head. Ideas don't belong to anyone, right? Think about it like that. Think about it in terms of like, oh, this is my idea for the time being. If I don't use it, it's not gonna be mine forever, right? We're all humans, right? We could all somehow come across the same idea, the same two things, same two images, and suddenly you come up with the same two words, the perfect two names, or whatever it is, the perfect market for it, and suddenly, oh, why don't I have this strategy and this business model and this? Oh, I could just do it from this and take it from this person and get inspired from this other thing. Pretty sure Jack Kirby himself said, like, just steal as though you're making it original, right? Like, that's how it works. Again, I'm paraphrasing, but like, that's basically what he was saying. Like, as an artist, you can steal hands and drawings and ideas, right, from all these other artists, because at the end of the day, you're just gonna be almost like paying homage to the groundwork that they laid behind. It's the foundations. I think this is pretty cool. This is like probably the most freeing I've felt in terms of my art, because there's no restrictions. It's just a random commission. It's not a random commission and I have to like follow through with what someone else is telling me. I'm just kind of doing whatever I want. Doing a character that I haven't drawn in years, literally in years. This was a throwaway character I never really used. Most of our ideas that are throwaways, hey man, if you don't capitalize on it, someone else will, right? Someone else is gonna have that idea and mass produce it before you get the chance to. So I think it's smart to follow through and, stay loyal to your ideas, right? Don't just let them. Imagine if your ideas were your younger self, a child version of yourself. Don't just let it go to waste. Don't let that inspiration, that passion, just go to sleep. Nah, man. You gotta really hone your craft. You gotta really follow through with what you're doing. No one else will do it for you, man. That's literally that's a fact of life. Let's see here. Alright. Basically done here. I'll color this differently here. But yeah, I have so many ideas, so many like stories I've been wanting to tell, and I, never really had an outlet or a way to get them across. So I think it could be fun to really just sit down and get it on the paper, right, on the page. Obviously, this is a lot more work than it needs to be, right, to fully color it and all that. But again, this is just establishing it as like, okay, this is real, this is mine, that's it. Right? For all the artists out there who are like, scared to put their work out there because, oh, it might get stolen. Oh, I'm not sure, you know. If you actually read the copyright laws, as long as you put the little C and the year next to your name, you own it by law. That's how it works. To send it, you know, pay money or whatever, to own the copyright, that's just a formality. It's not a necessity. Trademark is a completely different thing, but if you're smart about it, right? The way I did it was I trademarked my company's name, and I basically used that as a shield so that everything else that I draw or illustrate or make is protected under that name, right? Under the shield, it's protected. So it's just always going to be included like that. Hold on, let me do the highlight instead. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect, man. Currently, we don't have too many people, right? I think there might be. I think there's one viewer, and it might be me. But hey, man, who cares? I'm happy. I'm having a blast. All right. I'm recording this because I'm gonna upload it as well. Because I'm gonna have fun. This is, you know, at the end of the day, it's my drawing, it's my life, it's my creativity I get to present to the world. No one else is gonna do it for you, man. I realized how valuable it is to just draw and speak my mind while I'm creating, because it really helps me kind of put things together, kind of helps me understand the world a little bit more when it comes to my creativity and my artwork. And I feel like if you just sit down and put it all on the page, it makes sense, right? You make sense of it, and you manage to successfully convey the idea and get it across, you know? I think that's a good thing. You want to be able to be understood very easily, right? I think that's a very good thing. Let's see here. I'll do a little bit of this. That's so much better. And then, what color? Oh. Let's do it a little lighter. There we go. I just want it enough to be like a texture, right? And then I'm just going to be reusing this 1,000 times, right? Once you have the title done, it's done. Reuse it. I might actually even use this clip for a future project I'm working on, another video. I mean, look at that. You're done. Like, you did it. Let's do one of these. Where is it? Here it is. Hold on, let's do a small and then blow it up. I feel like that always looks cool. Alright, hold on, let's shrink it again. Shrink it even more, actually. Let's put some halftones on that, too. There we go. So when we blow it up, it has texture. I love the halftones. Like, I use True Grit, right, or Retro Supply. Either or always looks amazing. So some of the best stuff. Alright, perfect. Now we just, look at that. You're telling me that's not a bestseller right there? Look at that sucker. He's the life of the party right there. Danny the Dodo. Came up with him when I was like 10 years old. Hold on, let's just do a bit of... Let's blend it out a little bit more. I mean, look at this. This is... Walt Disney would have hired me back in the day immediately for a drawing like this. You're crazy, right? Anyhow, let's see. Hold on. There we go. Perfect. Now let me just put a little bit of the branding on there. Hold on. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, you know what? Oh, it's not on here. Oh, it's on my desktop. Alright, hold on. One second. Oh, damn, I didn't record time lapse. Whatever. I recorded it through Livestream, that's good enough. I could always speed it up through here. Here it is. Alright, hold on. This is a sneak peek of the cover I'm working on. Let me just show you guys. This is gonna come out nice. You see, your boy's always working. I should have recorded a live stream of this too, but whatever. This is gonna be for another video. However, what I want this for is the branding. Perfect. Alright, it's not the perfect size, but we could easily make it the perfect size. Yeah, alright, hold on. Just put that on top of everything. And then, where's the title at? Hold on. There we go. Perfect. Where's this? Hold on. You're gonna have to move, buddy. There we go. Let me shrink this. Yeah, let me shrink this. Frankly, I don't need the the name or any of that down there. Where is my name? Here it is. Can move that up here. Yeah, fuck with that. Alright. Where is this? There we go. Move that here. Perfect. Yes, it is done. However, I want this to be yellow, not pink. Where is this? Let me just change this to... and then... utilize this for this. And voila. We have our next comic. Oh, hold on, I got old school paper textures too. Bring that over. I need to shrink it a little bit. Oh, that looks cool. Hold on, I'm gonna shrink the heck out of that. Hold on. That looks off. Hold on. Something's there. It's not right. Let me open it up, see what's up. Oh, it's this dude. It's all of these. Holy shit. Alright, hold on. Yeah. Let's make you brighter. Make that brighter. It's like giving it the old yellowing effect on the paper. I think it looks nice. And this. That's the one I wanted. There we go. Oh, that's so cool looking. Alright, hold on. You see that? That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful little cover art. Let's put some more little halftones everywhere, just because I like how it looks. And some more on him too. And look at this. It's crazy, right? It's as if I planned it to look this good. Perfect. And here we have Danny the Dodo, part 1. However, hold on. Where is that? There we go. This needs to move. Awesome. There we go. Look at this perfection. Just lower that a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Tell me that's not something that's going to be successful on Webtoons. Alright. Oh, I could do Webtoon exclusive on it. That'll be hard. Hold on. Let's see. Wait up. Something's off here. I want this. Delete that. rework it real quick. I want this again, but alright, cool. Wait, hold on, that looks cool. Hold on. Yeah, actually, I like that. Cool. Alright, hold on. Wait, is it Webtoons with an S? Hold on. It's a good question. Or is it? Okay, good. It's just Webtoon. Okay, cool. Only on Webtoon. Yeah. Alright, cool. So, damn, this whole time I didn't even save it. Oh my god. This could have gone terribly. And it's raining outside too. If the thunder was just a little bit more angry, all of this hard work would have gone literally to the fire pit. That's crazy. Yeah. Let's name it. That should work. Let me just check. Yeah, I got it. Alright, cool. Yeah. Danny the Dodo, let's go. Alright, so that's the cover. And we have about 10 pages. Oh wow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we have 9 pages to go. Let's start on that. Oh, I need to save none of this. That's all saved on that. Perfect. Okay. So. So what is Danny the Dodo? That's a good question. I frankly don't even really know. I'm gonna keep this simple. Just draw some of these. I feel as though I need to add an extra page or something, but nah. Yeah, I'll probably add in all the legal stuff on the bottom. Or you know what? What are we thinking? Double page splash? Might be a good idea. Yeah, let's just do a splash real quick. A splash, if you guys don't know. Let's do 2 large panels. A splash is just a big drawing, basically a poster within it. But instead I'm going to do two big squares. And yes, I'm lazy. Don't fight me. Just a square, you know. Don't get it twisted. Let's see. What the heck do I draw? I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just do this freestyle with no idea where it's going. I just know I want him to go back in time. That's it. I don't know how his house looks. I don't know who his friends are. What other animals exist in his world. I don't know. Oh man, it's thundering hard outside. You know what that means? That means gotta hurry up before the lights turn off. I'm kidding. No, but maybe not. Who knows? So I'm gonna just make him. Oh, you know what? He knows we're talking to him. He knows we're reading this book. What's already happened to him. Oh no, he's telling the story to his buddy. Yeah, he's gonna be telling the story to his buddy. This is how it works, guys. This is freestyle illustration right here. I'm gonna make him be holding in like a blanket or something. I'm gonna make him all freaked out. Again, it's just quick sketch. I'm gonna have to go over it. The gestural drawing phase is literally just it's just so that I understand what the mood is when I'm trying to, you know, get across. I want him to be wrapped in a blanket, so maybe a little bandage here so you know he's gone through something. Hold on. And this is called freehand character design right here. Once you've established an art style, gotta just do whatever. I don't even know what animal this should be. A monkey, a sheep, a cat, a dog? I don't even know. He's a dodo bird. Maybe everyone's a bird or a type of bird? Nah, that's annoying. I don't want to draw 1,000 birds. What's a unique animal? I guess a sheep's kind of unique. That's kind of lame. Alright, this is for webtoons, right? So webtoon people like cats. What if I do a little tiger or something? Would he be a friend? No, he would not. Monkey would be kind of fun to draw too. Yeah, let's do a monkey. I like monkeys. He's concerned. He's like, oh, dude, what happened to you? Like, oh, dude, tell me your story. What happened? You know? Yeah, I like monkeys. My favorite cartoon monkey is probably the non-canon one from Dragon Ball. I love that dude. There's Gregory or whatever with the... Oh, let's give him a hat. Hold on. He's concerned. He looks concerned. He looks really concerned. Oh, my gym partner is a monkey. I love that cartoon.
You are now listening to 555.1 Sunrise Radio.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Your boy's cooking. Let him cook. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, let him cook, chef. Let him cook. Ah, let's do an explosion, an eye grabbing. He's returning from the portal. Damn, now there's a whole bunch of different things I want to do. Alright, hold on. How do I frame this out? Hold on, hold on, hold on. The idea is coming. The idea is coming to fruition. Maybe this monkey's a baseball lover. I'm gonna put him with a little baseball hat and shirt. There we go. Now he's like a sport monkey. How do I draw a soccer ball? I don't know. I don't remember how to draw one. It was like this. Hexagons all the way around. I think so. This looks kind of weird. Is this accurate? I think so. Yeah, I don't know how to draw a soccer ball. Whatever. You see, you gotta improvise, right? Let's keep it with, yeah, that's way easier. Anyhow. Maybe he was eating a sandwich or something. Maybe he was eating a sandwich midway. Hold on, let me give him a little tooth here. This is all impromptu. This is all off the top of my head, guys. Remember, give me the benefit of the doubt here. Sometimes I think storyboarding like this is way better than not, because sometimes it just comics can become stiff, and there's no room for experimenting. Let's see, draw him eating a burger or something. want him to be falling from like behind. Hold on, I need to... Yeah. This is page 3, not... Hold on, I need to add an extra. How do I add a page? Oh, just duplicate it. Perfect. Alright, yeah, because it needs... I want him to crash into him or whatever, right? Eating a sandwich, and then he's like, oh, dude, what happened? And he's like, you know, talking about it. It's like, oh, man, I got a story for you, right? But it's too rapid pace. Yeah, this cover came out pretty decent. See, so it's just comic book making is just whatever you kind of have in mind, just add to it. Technically 11 pages, not counting the cover, is 10 pages in total, and that's kind of the limit I want to keep. The covers aren't really super important to me right now, especially this one's decent enough, right? Think about it, this is the first time I draw this character in how long, how many years, right? So we'll see. Let's see here. I know I was a little quiet there, I was a little focused on what I was trying to figure out. I'm also new to streaming, so I'm not used to just chatting while I draw. Let's see. Oh, let's do a title. What should this be? Through the drive-through? Hold on. Fast food. Time. I think fast food's kind of funny. Fast food. And I'm also trying to figure out how I could find corners to cut, because I am trying to make this into a weekly thing. So I'm just kind of trying to figure that out. Let's see here. This is all a learning curve. First stream, first new book, first time on Webtoons. Yeah, fast food's a good name. Alright. Fast food. Let's see. Oh, I got a perfect panel. Hold on. I want him to be chased. I always see the first page of a comic as like basically the second cover, right? So it's going to be super, super, you know, eye-catching. It's going to be like the hook, right? He's going to be running. He's gonna be trying to chase. He's gonna be chased by a whole bunch of people. maybe that front view isn't great. Hold on. The fear in his eyes. Hold on. Eyebrows are honestly more expressive than any other part of the character, by the way. So whenever you're drawing an expression, the eyebrows really just push it to the next level. If you really know how what you're doing, you know. No, I just lost that. Perfect. Damn. If that isn't eye-catching, I don't know what is, right? Just having a character just fully running on the screen. And even this is gonna be pushed even more. So you see, like, I started off with this, and technically this is not even where I need it to be, right? There we go. Damn. There we go. See here, I want to draw a bunch of people behind them. Hold on. Got the bird. This is not exactly typically how I would do a book, right? If you really want to see the step-by-step, I kind of go over that on the YouTube channel, but this is just a little bit of the, how do I say, the, like the, you know, experimental kind of stuff. This is how I basically draw my pages and stuff. These are supposed to be like pirates or whatever, colonials, who ate the dodo birds, right? Two forks, or yeah, I think one knife. Yeah. I think we're gonna have a looser style in this, more cartoony, less anatomically correct, you know. Maybe this guy over here is yelling. That's what he's saying. Maybe this dude's like a captain or something, a pirate captain. Whenever my bad, I realized I wasn't talking again. Whenever I do foreshortening, it's basically just draw the hands bigger than you would draw the face. So I just want to do a rough outline and not get too lost in the details here, right? So quick recap. He's gonna be stuck in the past somehow. He's gonna come back through the portal, and his buddy, the monkey's gonna be like, "Hey man, what happened? You know, how did? Where were you? Where'd you go? We were all looking for you." So I wanted to have him being, you know, running, have a chase scene, right? This is gonna be eye-catching, right? It's gonna be a lot of like movement in this panel, a lot of expressions and you know, speed lines and stuff. And I think the title "Fast Food" kind of makes it funny when we see him running away from the, you know, and then get the bird, right? The captain's like yelling, and this guy could be like, "Aye aye, aye aye, Captain." I want it to run and find the portal again or something. What should it be? Should it be like a portal or like a magical something? Maybe this one's gonna have like a couple panels here of him getting closer to it. I'm basically gonna try to bring traditional comics into webtoons, right? Like the traditional panels and whatnot. Even though I know it's not conventional. It's not primarily used there. I think it's important to try with that. You see, so this is just really what my day consists of sometimes. I'm just kind of drawing stuff, just kind of making worlds and telling stories. It's gonna be like, oh, the portal! Oh, the portal's here. The portal. You know, I always just Maybe it's like part of some ancient stone or something. Let's draw a silhouette here actually. Let's draw him closer here, like it's animation. We're gonna have him moving through. He's gonna be stressed and sweating, and maybe he has a fork in his head. Right? He'd be like, I made it! I want it to be kind of like a splash of just him going through. I'll probably do a bunch of colorful, weird lights and stuff. Him going through the portal. It's kind of like a weird story thing. I always end up making my characters go through some sort of type of portal or something. I think it's just a fun fantasy element to always just, oh, it's another world you could kind of introduce. You know, you never know what's gonna happen if a random portal opens, and you know, it's always fun to keep the reader on his toes. It's like, what? It could just, things could just happen at random. Yes, that's kind of the fun of it, right? Be like flying through. Maybe his hands up instead of down. Maybe one of his straps is broken. His bow tie is all backwards. Right. He's going through the portal basically. Right. And boom! We're right here where we originally started. Wow. He ruins this monkey's lunch. Right. He's like, oh, dude, what happened? And then we're gonna go and get a little bit into the beginning of the story, right? Hold on, let's make it be curious. Maybe this character's a archaeological explorer or something. Right? So he's telling, I want whenever there's a comic book that has a narrative of like someone, what's it called? A narrative of someone literally just, hold on, give me a second. Oh wow, it's been an hour. We've been recording for over an hour. That's wild. So whenever there's a comic book and it has someone talking about something, there always has their little head on the top corner, and then it's like the flashback, right? Let's have him actually discuss it. Hold on. Big word balloon here. It's better. Again, you have to think in, composition, like how you're gonna use the space. What's better, what's worse, things like that. Let's have the fork in his head here. 2 little bandages on his face. Oh no, on the beak. 2 bandages on his beak. Yeah, that's good. Let's have him holding a lantern. Oh, you know what I could do? Do a big panel here on the bottom. I don't want to tell the whole story, right? But part 1 at least. Let's actually do that, part 1. There we go. Alright. He's going through. And then he's telling the story. Let's do some ancient cave or something, right? Maybe his silhouette again. Here on the bottom. Maybe he has a torch or something. Maybe he's an archaeologist or something, right? I want to draw something impressive down here. Hold on. Let's do one of my favorite things is always like a little like a big giant stone face or something, right? Or maybe it's like a statue or something. I don't know, I like the fascination of drawing giant stone people because it's just fascinating to me, like the idea of, damn, someone carved that massive statue, right? Hold on, let's try to figure that out, hold on. And then a little bit of lighting. I guess it'd be the opposite way. Because the torch. Again, it's not super realistic, but it's enough to draw him in a little Indiana Jones hat or something. At the end of the day, I just wanted it to be a cutesy little story, nothing too deep. Maybe it has the whip. A little jacket. Oh, instead of this, hold on, instead of the little hat. Oh no, I guess yeah, because he has a torch. I was about to put like a miner hat, like with the light, but nah. And let's do some forced perspective. Yeah, that's dope. Oh, let's make that smaller and makes it seem much larger. There we go. Again, it's just some big cave or something, right? Some hieroglyphics and stuff. Maybe even a couple cobwebs in the corner here. Stalactites and stalagmites or whatever it's called. I just like entertaining my imagination whenever I'm drawing a comic, right? That's kind of the whole point. It's just like, oh, what is it you want to draw and why, right? So he's adventuring, right? He's talking about the story and what he was doing. And let's say he finds some ancient treasure or something. So when I draw these little boxes, I kind of just, honestly, it's whatever's on my mind. It's like, okay, I just said, oh, there's probably a chest. There's probably him finding the chest, right? And then his reaction, right? Him looking down at it, but obviously his face design's a little bit more interesting than that. Maybe it's shining down on him like Pulp Fiction. As the chest opens, it's like glowing. Oh, you know what? Let's make it an item instead of it being a rock. Let's make it something he's holding. Here we go. Perfect. It's an item or a necklace or something that he's holding. Maybe it's shaped like an hourglass. He finds an hourglass. That's kind of cool. Like a golden hourglass. Could be interesting. Especially since it has to do with time travel. So let's say he finds a little hourglass thing. You see, you could always go back and rework the story. It's not anything perfect, but it's, you know, it works. So yeah, definitely feel like I have something going here, which is good. It's enough for me to fill the pages and, you know, understand what it is I'm doing. So let's say this is the chest. This is hand. There's a dialogue down here. Dialogue up here. remember he always wanted to read like a Z, so if anything, this hand might even stick out a little more. And I want everything to start shaking as soon as he has it. Maybe the hat falls or something. Alright, rumble, sounds effects and shit. Let's see what else. Now we have 5 pages left. I forgot I added an extra one. So let's say this is him going through the portal now. I just want to make a big art page now, like what time travel must feel like. Hold on, I want him to be happy though. Let's make him super happy. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, let's have him down here. Hold on. Almost done here. I want to be looking up at like the times and stuff. So maybe let's have, hold on, let me draw the edges here. And frankly, this is just blocking out a couple of 10 pages. Like imagine doing an actual massive book, right? Let's see, I want to start with the Egyptian pyramids. I think that's important in terms of history. And then what does the Colosseum look like? Kind of like this, right? Boats, hold on. You know I love my Easter Egg Island statues. Do some palm trees or something here. I think this is cool. And we could even draw clocks going backwards. Yeah, I like this. You see, so it's just him going through time, and then, oh, perfect, space right here for the text, for the dialogue box. And even here is space. And then suddenly, that boat that we saw here, it's real. It's real. I want to be confused. Hold on. He's holding the hourglass in there. He's like, what is? Um. Oh, you know what it could be? It could be he time travels twice. So let's have this be Vikings first. Let's have this be the Vikings or something first. Or maybe not, because we already have pirates here. Yeah, I think pirates is pretty solid. Either way, it works. Yeah, land ho is probably better. He's gonna be like, oh, cool, pirates. Just like the ones in my books or whatever, right? It's like, little does he know they're gonna try to eat him. And hold on, I want the reappearance of this monkey character interrupting and asking a question in the story. So let's draw him up here, just as again his little head. Oh wait, no, I could draw it. Oh, perfect. I could do the monkey dude here, asking a question. And then Danny again here. Danny the dodo here. He's like, no, they weren't my friends. Fine supper, yeah. Fine supper. Maybe the pirates, you know, they just landed. They're hungry. They'll be like, fine supper, gentlemen. Whatever we could get our hands on. Trying to have variety a little bit. Definitely they're all villains though. And I want them to feel that way. Little earrings on them. Yeah. They're not friendly. They were hungry. Like obviously all the text that's on the pages doesn't have to be exactly what you end up writing. But it could be close enough, right? So now let's draw a dude yelling and pointing at Danny the dodo. He's like, oh, I found it. Oh, move him. Oh, and let's have a little funny little reaction here of gulp. Maybe I could make it less pages. I think with this one and the other one could be. I mean, there's just 2 pages left. We'll see. If we could stretch it out to be a 10 or 11 pager, I think that'd be good. He's gonna be like, oh, we're eating chicken tonight. Danny's gonna be like, oh. On his scared face here, he's gonna be like, chicken, chicken. He's like, I'm not a chicken. And I'll do gulp up here. Give me a gulp chicken, what? He's gonna be dodging like some sort of projectile or something. Probably a pitchfork or something. Hey, wait. Gentlemen? Wait, gentlemen, wait. Hey, wait, gentlemen. Oh wait, let's do a big panel here. Let's move it slightly so I know what I'm doing. I could shrink this. Shrink him mostly. It's gonna be like, let's talk about this. Oh, maybe they knocked the hourglass. You'll be like, oh, it's a talking chicken, kill it. It's a demon. Talking demon chicken, kill it. Could just be silhouettes. So I ran like hell. Alright. And now we're all caught up. This is him running like hell. And him picking it up again. So we return back to where he was. I think this is the last page. He's talking to the monkey friend. Oh, and I know exactly how it's gonna end, as a cliffhanger. He's gonna be holding the thing, he activates it by mistake, and then they both get travel through time again. He's gonna be like, oops. Maybe it beeps or something, maybe there's a button. And they both get traveled back in time again. He's just angry at him, he's like, damn it. And he'll be like, give me that. He'll be like, this time they're eating you. This time. They're gonna eat you. This time I'm gonna let them eat you. I'm gonna let them eat you instead. I'm gonna let them eat you instead. I'm gonna let them. I'm gonna let them. Hold on. take us? Where'd you take us? Sorry, I don't know. I hear it's gonna be a little cliffhanger. It's gonna be in the prehistoric ages or something. Something drastic, right? Something really exciting. If you thought pirates were intense, get ready for... You're ready for the dinosaurs, right? Oh, let's do a cutesy though. Little cutesy dinosaurs. These little tiny hands holding a fork and a knife. Let's have a little bib on. Oh, it's just him and the monkey. Stuck. Time. Alright, so that's basically the rundown of what the first webtoon's gonna be. Now I literally just have to go back and draw everything out. Right, so this is the cover. I might add, the time traveling or something on here. But it might not always be about time travel. I don't want to limit myself to it, but definitely, at least I know the first two of them are going to be about time travel, right? We have a little bit of action, adventure, exploration, and just kind of fun stuff, cartoony pirates and whatnot. This is like more of like a kids show type stuff. Two goofball characters, and then just big problems and stuff. So this is Danny the Dodo. This is kind of the idea a little bit. I know this is a long stream. I'm tired. It was a very extraneous thing, but hey, this is how it works, right? In order to make comics, in order to make books, it's really just about the process. It's really just about just getting it done, right? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little session. I know it was long. We're about 2 hours and 30 minutes in. It's pretty good. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.